Hey everybody, welcome to Adapting to Change. Today, I'm going to talk to you about it's more important than what you do know than what you don't know. If you don't know me, I'm someone who struggled with my mental illness the majority of my life. I'm someone who at age 19 had an attempted suicide that resulted in a traumatic brain injury as well as total blindness for the rest of my life. Ever since, I've been seeing a psychiatrist as well as going to therapy and treating my mental illness. And the reason why I'm making this video today is because today, after my phone session with my therapist, we discovered some things about myself that it's new to me. It seems like some of my diagnosis, some of my mental illness is adapting and changing, but I'm not letting it defeat me. I'm not letting it destroy me. I'm not letting that disappointment discourage me. If anything, I'm keeping the focus on what I'm learning about myself. That's again why therapy is a great thing and a great tool for me. I used to never talk about myself and never want to know about myself. In therapy, having an open space where I can communicate and not feel judged, I can actually I can really just talk and just be open with somebody and be open with myself. I can admit things to myself I normally wouldn't. Hearing myself say those things, I can learn so much about myself. And when I learn those things about myself, I address it. But that's why, everybody, I'm telling you it's important what you do know. About the last 18 years, I've been diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. I take medications for it. I still have anxiety attacks and a general high anxiety disorder. Like I said, I have a general all-day medication I take, and I have an anxiety medication for emergencies. But however, recently, over the last actual couple months, even though I'm treating my anxiety very well, I still keep taking my medications and going to therapy. I've been having some personal things happening in life, but my anxiety has been exponentially high lately. Even though I'm still treating it and doing the things I normally would, I'm noticing that my anxiety is still sometimes getting the best of me. I've lately been having anxiety attacks. So my anxiety in general is kind of high through the day, but I manage it real well. I keep my head up. I manage it well. But lately, it's my anxiety attacks that are being problematic. See, when I have an anxiety attack lately, I won't remember anything at all. There'll be somebody here with me or a friend or neighbor, and basically when my anxiety attack happens, I will be somewhere else. When I come back to, and Mark comes back to reality, and I check the time, it's been 3 or 4 hours. When my anxiety attacks happen, I literally miss 3 or 4 hours chunks of time. It's embarrassing. It's like, how did this happen? Just the other day, I got in the shower at 3 o'clock. When I got out of the shower and checked the phone, it was 7:30. Somehow I was in the shower for 4.5 hours, but that's when I started remembering certain things that I know I had an anxiety attack. There's certain little triggers that remember, okay, I felt it coming on. I felt the onset of it starting. I don't remember anything that happened from point A to point B, but I remember coming out of it. So I know it was an anxiety attack. It's not my fault. There's nothing I can do about it. But when I lose those giant chunks of time, I've been wanting to address it. I'm talking to my therapist as well as my psychiatrist. And talking about it now, we're actually coming down to something. Myself being someone who came from an interesting background, someone with very complex post-traumatic stress disorder, it's very normal for someone with trauma like myself to develop something called DID, which is dissociation identity disorder, which is the same thing as multiple personality disorder. See, I don't have a multiple personality disorder or DID. My anxiety is now actually being more diagnosed as actually a disassociation. Because I have medications for my anxiety, because I treat my anxiety, I have emergency medications, those aren't still really helping very much. But I'm not letting it defeat me. I'm not just going to give up and be like, wow, I've been doing this for 18 years. Nothing I'm trying is working. My anxiety is adapting. I'm learning to adapt with it. Because my anxiety hasn't been the same these 18 years. When I was a kid, it was much different. After I lost my vision for my suicide attempt, it was much different. My anxiety takes on a new, different being all the time. When I first was having anxiety, it was just general anxiety. I was just kind of high and uncomfortable, on edge all the time. I wasn't sure about things. Then my anxiety started getting worse. I started actually having full-blown anxiety attacks. But those anxiety attacks, I remember, they were just vague. They were just, I would literally feel like I'm about to completely lose consciousness. I feel like I'm going to pass out and hit the ground. I get nauseous and dizzy. I feel like my skin just got lit on fire and I'm 500 degrees. And it's just brief. It just lasts for a second. And then I just come right out of it and I'm cool. That was my anxiety attacks. But now over the years, even managing those for a while with medications and therapy, Now they're much, much, much less frequent. They don't happen nearly as often, but when they happen, whoo, the magnitude of them is much worse. They're larger anxiety attacks, and like I said, I will miss chunks of time. There's 3 or 4 hours of my day that I'll be missing. It's embarrassing, and I get a little worked up over it, but everybody, I have to be compassionate with myself. I'm someone with a history of trauma. I have a traumatic brain injury. I have a lot that I've dealt with. I give myself that compassion. I'm allowed to have this anxiety because of everything that I've been through. I can't change my anxiety. When it changes, all I can do is manage it the best that I can. I'm controlling it to the best of my ability. I talk it out with my therapist. That gives me an open space to talk it out and not sit with it and feel emotional and angry and disappointed and embarrassed about it. Gives me a chance to let go of that and put it into an empty space so I don't have to deal with it anymore. Helps me leave it there and go on with my life so I don't feel embarrassed about it. I talk to my psychiatrist and find new medications. When my anxiety changes, I change with it. I don't just feel like I'm disappointed and just give up. No, I'm gonna keep playing this game with it. You know what? I enjoy a good challenge because I'm taking control, baby. I'm driving this fucking car. Mark's driving. I'm not letting my anxiety and stuff control me. When it changes, I learn to adapt with it. I'll find a new medication. I'll find a new way to address my anxiety. I'll find new ways to do self-care and self-love, the things that make me happy. I can find ways to address my anxiety when it changes. And like it's changing now that it's actually less frequent, but even stronger, and even now that I'm increasing my medication and it's still happening, that's why, again, you know what? My anxiety changed. It might not be anxiety anymore. It might be something called disassociation. Because of how traumatic my brain injury was, how traumatic a lot of the events in my life have happened, my brain wants to take a break. My brain wants to go out for a minute and be like, yo, whew, I'm gone. Mark, this is too much. I gotta go enjoy my coffee for a minute. And I gotta give my brain a break. My brain has been through a lot in my lifetime. So right now, I'm admitting that it might be disassociation. There's 3 or 4 hours where it's too much. It's overwhelming for my brain, some of my trauma, some of my memories. My brain's trying to protect this organism. It's trying to make sure I don't remember and feel those things that happened that have traumatized me and been detrimental to me. It's trying to help me. I'm not angry at my body for doing this. My brain is trying to preserve me and save me from feeling and remembering those things. And it's just taking some time off to let me have a break. And it's called disassociation, everyone. I'm not letting it control me. I'm accepting the fact that it's changing, but I'm learning to adapt with it. I talked out with my therapist today. I'm going to hit up my psychiatrist soon. I'm willing to adapt with my mental illness, everybody. I'm not going to let it control me and change me. I'm the one driving the car. When something's wrong with it, I'm going to fix the car. I'm going to do some maintenance and I'm taking care of myself. I need to change my oil. I'm going to use a different kind of oil. I need some better spark plugs. You know what? I'm doing my maintenance in a different way, everybody, to take care of myself. My disorder's adapting, but I can adapt with it because, God damn it, I love myself. And God damn it, I'm a strong person. I can do this, and so can you. I want you to know that, everybody. When something happens to you, you can adapt and you can change with it. You can be able to take yourself where you want to go, everyone. You're the one in control. Don't let your disorder control you. You're the one in control. You're driving. It's your car. Everybody, I want you to have a happy and prosperous life and live your best. If I can do this, you can do it, everybody. Until next time, make good choices. Take care of yourself, everybody. Keep it sexy. I'll catch you on the flip side.